Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list for us tonight, a fatal fire in Monroe County over the weekend. It claimed 2 lives. The fire sparking along Hawkins Road in Sweetwater Saturday night. The house was already engulfed when first responders arrived, making it impossible for deputies to get inside. Sheriff Tommy Jones tells us that leaves deputies with a feeling of helplessness, a tough situation for public servants who work so hard protecting their neighbors.
When the call came out, and as soon as they said there was someone trapped inside, I mean, we always try to get to those type of calls as quickly as possible, as safely as possible. But in that situation, it's just a total different level, because you're hoping once you get there that you find some way into the residence to get the people out, and then you get there and see this, and there is no way. You feel so useless, honestly.
Deputies don't yet know exactly what caused the fire. TBI is handling this investigation, by the way. Sheriff Jones says the names of the 2 people who died will not be released until DNA testing confirms their identities. Our next story comes with an update on a wildfire. We're learning rainfall has helped with firefighting efforts in the Cherokee National Forest after a fire was discovered there on Saturday. The so-called Bear Fire, burning 3 miles east of I-40 in Cocke County. The last update, with improved mapping, it was at 165 acres, which is smaller than what was previously reported. Now, these pictures are from over the weekend. The fire was 30% contained as of this evening. The rain over the weekend giving fire crews the opportunity to make some progress. And speaking of fires, here's another sign of improving conditions. Sevier County's burn ban has now been lifted. The burn ban, which also covered Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Pittman Center, expired today because of the rain that we saw over the weekend, as well as higher humidity levels. Now, with the ban lifted, people are once again able to use fire pits, make campfires, use charcoal grills. However, even though the burn ban has been lifted, residents and visitors are asked to be mindful when building a fire. Well, moving along our Big 7 list for you tonight, a bus driver for Sweetwater City Schools facing assault charges tonight. This after court records show he slammed the brakes and yelled at 2 students. Now, we understand Wendell Rice was driving a Sweetwater City school bus back on February 28th when all of this happened. Court documents state the incident was caught on security footage. Apparently, students were jolted from their seats whenever Rice can be seen on the video slamming on the brakes. And when Rice was seen yelling at the 2 students, we're told he grabbed one of them by their clothing, threatening to punch the other. Now, the school system tells 6 News it has notified the school bus's contractor, KB Busing, and that Rice is not allowed to drive for the school system pending an investigation. Now, a statement from the school system goes on to say, quote, Sweetwater City Schools is committed to providing a safe environment for all students and will always advocate for all students to feel safe and valued, end quote. Big robbery. Robbery is next on our list tonight. The Newport Police Department looking for 3 men who stole over $20,000 worth of jewelry from the Cosby Walmart. Police say the theft happened back on March 8th, but they were not told about it until a theft report came out 2 days later. A witness said they saw 3 men enter the store, break the lock on the jewelry case, and then leave the store. They also said the men left in a black car heading south on Cosby Highway. If anyone has any information that could help out in this investigation, you are asked to reach out to the Newport Police Department. Continuing down our list for you tonight, part of a road lost to a landslide in Anderson County. We're talking about State Route 116. You see the images behind me here. TDOT sharing these pictures from the area today near Beech Grove Church, and you can see where the edge of the road has crumbled away. Now, crews have also marked off some of the road that's still standing with orange lines, also blocking the area off with traffic cones. We're told flaggers are helping people get by. No word, though, on a timeline for repairs right now. And for our final Big 7 story tonight, Tennessee Department of Transportation working to improve safety and efficiency on Highway 411 or State Route 35 between Sevier and Jefferson counties. Once the project is complete, the highway will go from 2 lanes to 5, with 2 lanes, going in each direction. A center turn lane will be included as well as shoulders. The project is about 3.7 miles in length and goes between Sims Road in Sevier County and the Chestnut Hill area in Jefferson. Now, along this route are several businesses that hope the completion of the project will mean more visitors to the area.
Traffic will get backed up for quite a ways behind you as you're waiting to turn in, so given the extra space for just easier access is going to be fantastic, and getting more traffic out this way is going to be a godsend as well, just because of being able to relieve some of the burden off of 66 and also, just get some more business out this way.
The project is on track to be completed in October of next year. All right, Ken, we'll check back with you. Federal funding cuts on victim advocacy programs have some local organizations on edge tonight. According to the Knoxville Family Justice Center, while it has not been impacted yet, cutbacks on federal grants from the Office on Violence Against Women leave the organization questioning if its funding is in jeopardy. Executive Director Michelle Clayton says many victim advocacy groups in Knoxville use grant funding that comes from the Office on Violence Against Women and the Victims of Crimes Act. Now, with that pool diminishing, she says they may need to turn to the community for support.
When women are in crisis, when victims are in crisis, survivors are in crisis, they come to the Family Justice Center, and we need to be able to provide them what they need in that moment. And if we do not have the federal or state funding to do those things, then we're going to have to rely only on the goodwill of the people of Knoxville.
Right now, she says the need for services is growing as domestic violence and human trafficking are on the rise. She also added they use grant money to help victims find shelter, transportation, and resources for victims and their families.